How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Adam Solowitz here. Today, we're going to be making a quick marinara sauce. And just because it's quick doesn't mean it's not going to taste absolutely fantastic. This marinara sauce is also going to be plant-based or vegan for those that are plant-based and vegan. Okay, let's get going on the marinara sauce. So let's go to the stove behind me. Okay, now we're over at the stove. Got a large saucepan down, and then we put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the pan, and we're gonna get this heated up. Okay, once our oil is hot and up to temperature, we're gonna add whole garlic cloves, just like so. We're going to saute the garlic until it is golden brown. Okay, and there we have it, nice golden brown. Next, we're gonna add our diced red onion. We're gonna saute these until they get translucent. All right, these are looking fantastic, and holy cow, if you can smell this, which you can't because you're probably staring at this either through your phone or on a TV or your computer, but it smells freaking amazing. At this stage, I like to add my white wine. We're just gonna dump that in there like so. We're gonna bring this up to high heat to reduce that white wine. Okay, that white wine is reduced perfectly. We're gonna bring this down to a low heat. We are gonna add some tomato paste and oregano. We're gonna give this a nice stir and get it incorporated. Next, we're gonna add our San Marzano tomatoes. Anytime I make a marinara or tomato sauce in general, I love to use San Marzano tomatoes. They are absolutely wonderful, and in my honest opinion, the best canned tomato product out there. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna get this incorporated, and then as we're doing that, I'm gonna crush the tomatoes as we're going. You can, ahead of time, use a ricer or food mill to crush the tomatoes ahead of time, but again, this is a quick marinara, and we're just gonna dump it in the pan and crush them as we cook the product. So we're gonna bring this to a medium-high heat and let this go. Okay, as you can see, the tomatoes are pretty much crushed and the sauce is coming up to temp. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring it down to a low simmer. We are going to add fresh basil with the stem on, just like so. Give it a little stir. Oh boy. Honestly, again, if you can smell this, which you can't, it smells amazing. So we have the sauce now on a low simmer. We're going to cover it and let it go for about 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. Take the lid off. Give the sauce a quick stir. At this point too, I'm gonna give it a little taste because I'm gonna check for acidity. Oh yeah, it still has a little bit to go. It probably has about another 20 minutes. So, and that's how I check to know when a tomato sauce is done, is by the acidity from the tomatoes. Also, at this point, I'm gonna add sugar because what that's gonna do is help balance the acidity in the sauce as well. We're just gonna give that a quick stir in there, just like so. Just real gentle like. Massage the sauce. Anyways, there we go. Now we're gonna put the top back on and continue to let it cook. Okay, let's give this a check. Oh man, that beautiful sauce there. Give it a little stir. We're gonna give it a little taste. All right, that is perfect. So we're gonna take this off the heat and we're gonna cool this down to room temperature. Okay, sauce is done. Cooked it for about 30-40 minutes and it's ready to go. We checked the sauce halfway through its cooking just to see how it was doing and check for the acidity levels. That's how I know when a tomato sauce is done, is by tasting it and making sure that it's not too acidic. Handy dandy blender, and we're gonna blend this marinara. And that's why we used whole garlic, and we're also gonna leave the basil and stem in, and we're just gonna blend this sucker together, and it's gonna be fantastic. Now, you can make a marinara chunky or smooth. I prefer smooth, and my kids do too, so guess what? It's gonna be a smooth marinara. So we're gonna transfer the sauce into the blender. I'm just gonna use a spoon. I don't have a ladle, else I'd be using a ladle. Okay, so we have our sauce transferred into the blender. Stick the lid right on, and we're gonna pulse. Okay, now we're gonna check for seasoning. Woo-hoo! So good, love it. So we're gonna add some salt, a few pinches, just like so. White pepper, put the top back on. And now we're gonna puree. Stop it. I'm gonna check for seasoning. Pretty good. I'm just gonna add a few more pinches of salt. And we're using kosher salt. So now, this is the cool part. So a lot of people like to add butter to their marinara or tomato sauces because it makes it rich and it makes it buttery. So I have another technique that I'm going to use that I have used for, 10, 15 years now. And we're gonna use olive oil, and we're gonna emulsify a little bit of olive oil into the sauce, which is gonna help make the sauce super creamy. And it keeps the sauce vegan or plant-based, which is great. So we're gonna puree again and get it going. I'm gonna pop this open. We're gonna slowly, you probably couldn't hear me, but I popped open the lid while the sauce was pureeing. I slowly added in the extra virgin olive oil to emulsify it into the sauce. Basically cream the marinara. Oh goodness gracious, that looks phenomenal. And there we go. Looks beautiful. Give it a try. And that is done. That marinara is done. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get this into some glass jars to keep in the refrigerator, because we got some glass mason jars and everything looks good in a glass mason jar. All right, and there we have it, our quick marinara sauce. We used whole garlic, onion, basil leaves with the stems, Marzano tomatoes, dried oregano, white pepper, kosher salt, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And we blended this one. I personally love a creamy marinara sauce, but you can leave this chunky. Just remember, if you do leave it chunky, to chop your garlic and your onions just a little bit more because it will not be blended. Okay, before we finish, we are now going to seal these guys up for the refrigerator. Look at that, it's beautiful. And now, these are ready to go anytime you wanna make your favorite pasta dish. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Find that button, smash it, hit it, press it, do what you want with it. But please subscribe so you can tune in every week for new recipes, tips, and tricks. Again, my name is Adam Solowitz, and as always, eat well.